Microsoft Excel test is a standardized assessment designed to measure an individual's proficiency in using this powerful spreadsheet software application from Microsoft. This test assesses a candidate's knowledge and skills in various Excel functions, formulas, data manipulations, formatting, and data analytics. It is commonly used by employers during the hiring process to determine a candidate's level of Excel competency. Microsoft Excel test typically includes various tasks and exercises that range from basic to more advanced functionalities inside the tool. These tasks might involve creating and formatting spreadsheets, performing calculations using formulas and functions, managing data sets, creating charts and graphs, and demonstrating an understanding of data analysis techniques. Microsoft Excel Assessment Test is an essential for roles that require working extensively with data. For example, data analysis, reporting, administrative assistance, and a lot of other positions. Microsoft Excel Test provides employers with a standardized and objective way to evaluate candidates' ability to navigate Excel features and perform tasks that are relevant to this job requirement. Hi there, this is Vadim from Online Training for Everyone. And in this video, you will have everything you need to get prepared and pass an assessment test. Make sure to watch this video from the beginning to end, and if necessary, multiple times until you understand all the questions and know how to solve them easily. If this video was helpful and you decide to give this video a like, you will help YouTube algorithm to recommend it to others, and we would greatly appreciate it. And if you choose to subscribe to Online Training for Everyone, you will find relevant videos to help you get ahead in your career and will be able to improve your intelligence, IQ, and get ready and pass any test. One important note: if you would like to practice with the most recent questions for this particular assessment, make sure to check the links in the descriptions and in comments of this video to know about the premium options to get you prepared. And now let's go ahead and get started so we can get you ready for the assessment test. Here's an amazing question to test your knowledge of basic Excel formulas. Isabella needs to find the maximum sales figure for March. Which selection is correct? You can see the data set, which shows sales for electronics, appliances, home and garden, and clothing. And sales figures are for January, February, and March. You need to select one of the four following choices. Choice A. The formula would be sum, and the data range will be D2 through D5. Choice B. The formula would be average, and the data set will be D2 through D5. Choice C. The formula will be max with the data range of D2 through D5, or formula will be large with the data set D2 through D5, 1. And last but not least, choice D. Formula will be highest, and the data set will be D2 through D5, or formula will be max with the data set D2 through D5. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the right choice. On my end, I am going to jump to Microsoft Excel to share with you my version of the solution. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. I believe the correct answer here is choice C. Two formulas that can help you accomplish the result are max with the range D2 through D5 and large with the range D2 through D5, 1. What's interesting about the max formula is that it always returns the largest value from the dataset. But large formula allows you to find the nth largest value in the dataset. For example, if I want to find the second largest value for March, I can just type the large formula, select the data range, and after comma, indicate 2. And as you can see, this brings the second value from the top. The first one would be 429.95, and then the second largest value is 360.91. Did you come up with the different answer? Please show your solution and rationale in comments. Here's an amazing question we see on the test more and more often. You need to find the correct output of Microsoft Excel function, and you're presented with the statement equal sign, floor, and then in parentheses 64,5. You have four different choices to select from. Choice A, 60. Choice B, 65. Choice C, 63. And last but not least, choice D, 70. Take a close look, refresh your memory, and see if you can select the right answer. On my end, I am moving forward to share with you my version of the answer. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. Let's jump to Microsoft Excel, where we can solve this together. Let's put the floor function into the cell B2. Once we type the function, you see that it accepts two arguments. The first argument is the number. The second argument is significance. The floor function is used to round number down to the nearest integer based on the multiple of the significance. So the correct answer here is 60, which is represented by choice A. Did you figure it out correctly? Or did you have a different answer? Please make sure to post your answer and solution as well as rationale in comments. And now, here's the practice question for you. In this question, I'm not gonna give you the answer, but instead, I'm gonna ask you to post your solution in comments so I can give you my feedback. June is a small business owner, and she recorded her sales figures in Excel spreadsheet. She needs to calculate total sales for 2022. Which of the following formulas will calculate the sales correctly? You're presented with the data set and 4 different choices. Formulas are sum, add, total, and product, and they point to the range B3 through B6. Take a close look to see if you can answer the business question. And once ready, make sure to post your answer in comments so I can give you my feedback. Thanks for participating and good luck. Here's an amazing question to test your knowledge of Microsoft Excel features. Purchase orders, POs, were mistakenly created with 2021 financial year ID. Which Excel feature allows you to change all purchase order starting numbers from 2021 to 2022? And you have 4 different choices. Choice A, consolidate. Choice B, flash fill. Choice C, goal seek. And last but not least, choice D, find and replace. Take a close look at the purchase order numbers in Microsoft Excel and see which feature would you choose to complete the action. Did you figure it out? I am moving forward to share with you my version of the solution. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. I believe the correct answer here is choice D, find and replace, because find and replace feature in Microsoft Excel allows users to quickly search for and replace specific text or values in the worksheet. Let's jump to Microsoft Excel so I can show you an example. Here in Excel, I try to emulate the scenario from the question. In column A, you see purchase order numbers. To replace 2021 as a leading year, you need to navigate on the Home tab into the Find and Select area and click Replace. You're presented with Find and Replace box, and here we need to type in 2021 in Find What and replace it with 2022. I am going to demonstrate you 2 ways of doing the replace. Let's find the first value first. We click Find Next, and Microsoft Excel pointed us to the row 2. Here we can click Replace, and it will replace the value in the row 2 from 2021 to 2022. We can also use the feature called Replace All, which will complete remaining 9 replacements. So I believe the correct answer here is choice D, Find and Replace. Do you have a better solution? Please make sure to post your answer in comments. I have a surprise challenge for you. I'm gonna give you a practice question and ask you to solve it on your own and post the answer in comments. Isabella needs to find the highest sales amount for March. Which Excel formula expression should she use? You're presented with the data set and 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the solution. And once ready, make sure to post your answer and solution in comments so I can give you my feedback. Thanks for participating and good luck solving the challenge. A lot of times you might get a question on how to sort data in Excel from smallest to largest. For example, you might be presented with the data set, which shows student names and their grades on different subjects. Here on the screen, we see the grades in physics, math, chemistry, and biology. And we need to sort this data set based on the student names. To accomplish this task, we need to select the data set and in the Home tab, navigate to Sort and Filter and select Sort A to Z. This will rearrange the data in the alphabetical order based on the student name. An alternative solution might be to use Custom Sort. To use Custom Sort, you need to select the data, navigate to the Home tab, and then select Sort and Filter and then Custom Sort. Here you're presented with the screen where you need to select the column by which you're going to be sorting, and then select the order. In my case, I am going to select the column as math grade, and then in the order, I am going to select smallest to largest. Once I clicked OK, you see that the dataset was rearranged from smallest to largest based on the values in the math column. Let's recap. To sort the data in Excel, you need to either use Sort Smallest to Largest or Custom Sort functions. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. Here is an interesting question you frequently see on the test. You're presented with a set of data, and you need to add serial number column to this data using Excel formula. In our case, we're presented with student grades information. And for each student, we need to add a serial number. Do you know how to do it? Give yourself a little bit of time to see if you can complete the steps in the simulator. And I am going to move forward and reveal the solution for you. The first step here is to add a new column. Assuming that we will be adding the data to the left of the first column, the easiest way to add a new column is to do a right mouse click, click Insert, and this action adds a new column. We will give new column a name serial number and extend the column so we can see the data. The first number in the series, in my case, will be 1, but you can use pretty much any number. In the next row, we will add a formula, and our formula will be very simple. We will add the value of the first serial number, plus 1, or you can use any different formula depending on your business circumstances. Once you hit Enter, you see that the second value is 2. And now I can expand this formula for the entire data set, and you will see that the numbers are increasing. Keep in mind that this number might be different from the actual row ID. And if you use different formula, the number will be different for sure. And then the last step here is to apply formatting to the column. To do this, we need to select the column, navigate to the Home tab, select Format Painter, and then apply it to the newly created column. Here's the question for you to test your knowledge. Steve is analyzing a data set of sales transactions, which has gaps in data after system crash. Which formula should he use to determine the number of revenue-generating transactions? You're presented with the data set and 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. Take a close look. Make sure you understand the question and select the right formula for the answer. And once ready, please make sure to post your answer and solution in comments. Thanks for participating and good luck solving the challenge. Very frequently on the test, you get a question about usage of formulas in Excel. And sometimes you get questions on how to display data in the status bar. For example, let's look at the question, how to display minimum, maximum, count, and average in Excel status bar. You're presented with the dataset of the student grades, which displays student names and their grades in physics, math, chemistry, and biology. Do you know how to add auto calculations for their grades in the status bar? Give yourself a little bit of time to see if you can come up with the solution. Ready or not, I'm going to move forward and share the answer with you. To accomplish this task, as you might have guessed, all properties related to the status bar can be enabled by right mouse clicking on the status bar itself. This presents us with the formulas for average, count, numerical count, minimum, maximum, and sum. In our case, we need to select average, count, minimum, and maximum, and you will see that all these values now show on the status bar. Do you have an alternative way to solve it? Please make sure to post it in comments. A lot of times you might be presented with the question that tests your knowledge of Microsoft Excel user interface. Let's look at the sample question from the recent test. How to move the dataset 3 cells down and 1 cell to the left in Microsoft Excel efficiently. You're presented with the dataset of the student names. It contains names of the students as well as their grades in physics, math, chemistry, and biology. Do you know the answer? Give yourself a little bit of time to see if you can come up with the solution. Ready or not, I am going to move forward and reveal the final answer to you. Obviously, there are multiple ways to move the data in Excel. One of the easiest ways is to select the dataset and then in the Home tab use the Cut function. Identify the new location by putting the cursor in the upper right corner of the new location and pasting the data in the new location. But the question is this way the most efficient way, as the question asks? Let me undo this operation by using the Undo button, and I'll show you another way which might be more efficient. I'm going to use the Escape button on the keyboard to unselect the range, select it again, and the trick here is when you move the cursor to the end of the range, you are able to drag and drop the range. I'm going to drag and drop it 3 cells down and 1 cell to the right and position it in the new location. Do you know any other solutions? Please make sure to share them in comments. Here's the question which tests your knowledge of modern Excel formulas. You're presented with the list of student names in the column A, and you need to decide which Excel formula should you use to retrieve the value of the row with ID 7. The value in this row is Prisha Patel. You have 4 different choices to select the correct formula. Choice A, Formula Row. Choice B, Formula Find. Choice C, Formula Index. And choice D, Formula Match. Do you see the answer? Give yourself a little bit of time, maybe 10 to 20 seconds. See if you can pause this video to come up with the right solution. Ready or not, I am going to move forward and share with you the correct solution to this problem. As you might have figured out, the correct formula is index. In fact, index returns a value of the element in the table or in the array selected by the row and column number indexes. When entering index formula, you need to enter the array and provide the row number. The column number is optional. In the case of this particular question, to retrieve the value of the row with ID 6, you need to enter the index formula and then select an array of values starting from the row with ID 2, and then enter the value 6. Because our array of values starts with the actual values, with the title of this range. Once you hit enter, you see that the correct value was selected by the formula. Do you see any other solutions? Do you know any other formulas that will help accomplish this task? Please make sure to post them in comments. Here's an interesting Microsoft Excel test question which tests your knowledge of Excel formulas. You need to show how to add current date and time in Microsoft Excel using formula and then format it as long date. Do you know how to do it? Give yourself 5 to 10 seconds to see if you can come up with the formula. And I am going to move forward and show you the solution. In fact, the solution is very simple. All you need to do is type in the now function. Now function returns the date and time in the standard format. To format it as long date, you need to navigate to the Home ribbon tab and in the Number Format section, select the long date. Did you figure it out on your own? Hope you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. I have a surprise for you, and my surprise is the practice question for you to solve. Lakshmi needs to determine the smallest quarterly sales amount for 2023. Which of the following formulas can she use in Excel to accomplish this? You're presented with the data set and 4 possible choices. Take a close look to see if you can select choice A, B, C, or D. And once ready, make sure to post your answer and solution in comments. This would allow me to give you my feedback. Thanks for participating and good luck solving the challenge. Here's the very interesting problem where you need to determine the value using index and match Excel formulas. Specifically, you need to determine the math grade for Prisha Patel. You're presented with the range of values, which includes student name, physics, math, chemistry, and biology grades, and you need to enter the formula to calculate the value. Do you see the solution? Do you know how to solve it? Let's move forward and solve this challenge together. We can solve this challenge in 2 steps. In step 1, we need to use the match formula to identify the ID for the row with Prisha's name. First, we need to select what we are looking for. In this case, we can either type the full name for Prisha, or we can use asterisks and just type the first name. Second value for the match formula is the range. We need to select the range from A2 to A11. And third value, we need to specify what type of match. In our case, we will be doing exact match, where we need to select the value of 0. Once completed, formula returns value of 6, which represents ID for the row where Prisha's name is located. Once we've identified the row, we need to find the second column in this row to return the math grade for Prisha. To do this, we start typing the formula, select the range B2 to E11 to identify all the grades. Then enter the match formula to help identify the row where Prisha's information is located. And then we enter the column ID. And looks like I mistyped the formula and entered extra apostrophe. Once I remove this extra apostrophe and hit enter, the correct value is returned, which is the math grade for Prisha. The final formula looks like this. Hopefully you've nailed this question and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.